fellas. Well, as you've seen, or I'm sure as you're aware from the doing it again. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm doing the intro. Welcome back, fellas. As you've seen from the title of the video, the old panel is off, and it's going to be coming out tonight. She's dead. I've actually cut her off. I've cut the power inside the house that runs out to the brewery, so nothing is on at all. And we're gonna basically just take her off and then sort the wall out, preparation for fitting the new control panel, which we'll have in this video, but I won't be doing it today because we're going to be mounting the new control panel on some 3/4 inch ply, and I'm going to stick the 3/4 inch ply to the brickwork with stick saw. That stuff is tough as hell to get off with anything. It sticks rapid and strong, and then we're going to then screw to the woodwork. A couple of reasons why I'm doing that and not going straight into the brickwork. I've dot and dabbed the walls, so the plasterboard is on dot and dab on the brickwork, and it's quite difficult sometimes to get a decent fixing, especially when you're going into single brick. So if I had a double bricked wall behind here, then it wouldn't be an issue. I'd be straight through the plasterboard and then definitely well into the bricks, and then knock the plug in and screw her in. But because I've got the neighbours on the other side and it's just a single brick wall dividing the two, I don't want to punch through the brick and end up going through into the neighbours, because that would not be fair, and it wouldn't be good for me getting a fixing. She's freaking off. There's nothing happening. Everything's off. So the fermentation fridge is not on, and the Keyser is not on. So once I've done all this, I need to open the doors and leave them open so we don't get any stinky fridges. But that's it. That's what we're doing tonight. I'm just trying to get everything ready for the switch over, basically. Before we do that, I'll just show you what I've done. I did come in earlier and I have added the frig are these called? These D-hook, D-links, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, I have pre-drilled, knocked in the staples into the woodwork. It runs around here. And I have tested it with the cable that I'm using, and I can get 3 lengths of cable in here, nice and easy. So we'll drop down from the new control panel and it will be clipped in there and keep it nice and neat running round to the pots, and it won't get pulled across, and it just keeps everything tidy. So that's what we've done there. But now we need to work on this. Oh my god, to replace for this. Right, so we're actually going to be using this this switch again, and as you can see, this is the one that turns off the power at the minute to the whole control panel. So if I ever want to do any work on this, you know, I've got the main switch to kill the power anyway, and I mean, you'd have it anyway, but basically I'm going to just remove the cables that run out into the control panel. I'll put the cover back on this, and then if the switch is accidentally flicked in the house, then power will just come into here, and there'll be no loose cables anywhere. But effectively, everything now that I'm, you know, all this is dead, done. We don't need it anymore. Out you come. Brilliant. Save that. What was that? Just dropped on the floor. I don't know. Now eventually this I'm going to mount that somewhere up here, completely out of the way, and then run out of the top with some black flecks, similar to what we've got here for the elements, but obviously the correct cable that's going to carry the main power that Harry's bringing. I think he said he got 4 meters of the stuff, so it's going to look neater than having all this sort of dangling about. We can then clip it a little bit neater and into the left hand side of the new control panel. But that's it. Now we've got main power off. Don't even need that anymore for a fan. Oh, memories. But this can go over here for now. I think I'm gonna save the panel just for old time's sake. Put it in the loft just so I can have a look and a laugh at it when we get the new one up and running. Possibly, you know, there's an STC. If one goes down, I've got one to use. But effectively, everything else is trashed. So this is for the fridge and the heater for the fermentation fridge. That's done with for now. And then this is for the Keyser. At the moment, which all runs into here, which is a mess, and we'll be sorting all that out. We'll be running out of here properly with some black flecks. Memories. That was the pumps. So again, just rag them out. You don't need no pump wire. It's handy to have a bit of wire, and I'm going to have lots of it. I don't even know what this was. Oops. Careful. Come on. Yeah, these were the element wires. The old element wires. There's the other one, look. Sad times. Sad times. But we're moving on up. We're moving on up. Right, these I'm going to empty. I'm in there. Is that it? Is that even it? Oh yeah, that's the sensor. That's the sensor for the carb. I'll keep that inside here, and then it's with the STC. And that's it, fellas. Just friggin' off. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Spider. This is it, boys. That's one. Bloody drill. Come on, you dick. Yeah. Oh. Bang holio. What's I done with? You've served me well. You've served me well. 5 years. 5 years. Right, so see that I've tried to get a fixing in here before, and like not really got into the brickwork properly, more into the plaster than the brickwork, and it wasn't ideal. So we're gonna do what I'm gonna do, cut the plasterboard out, stick this 3/4 inch ply there, but first I need to get these out. Look at this, chopped out now for the timber, and I remember putting these marks on. This is when I first painted the brickwork, and I was marking out where I was going to put the pots. So if you remember, we had the HLT there, and then I had like a little cabinet here with the mash tun on. We did the boil there, and I think this is where I was marking everything out. I think I had one for the pipe work as well. Anyway, oh, memories. So what I'm going to do is make sure the wall's cleaned off. And then just put this in here, sticks all it to the brickwork like so, and then we've got something to fix to that's going to be nice and solid. We'll get a nice solid fixing into the 3/4 inch ply, and that's the next job. But effectively, that's where she's going to be mounted. On there, like so. And in we go. And that, when it's gone off, will never come out. Oh dear. Right fellas, it's the next day. She's solid. She's solid. So we can fix to that tonight and get her up. Of course the Keyser lid is up, and the fermentation fridge is open, because they're both off now, and it's very quiet in here because there's no fans running. But while the lid is up, Stas Brewing, Andrew, he messaged me the other day asking where I got the secondary regs from. And I think he was saying that on his gas splitter it was losing sort of pressure, I think, when it was getting down the line. So I said I'd just put this into a video just to show him the setup that I've got with the secondary regs. So the main pressure off of the keg that I set on the bottle runs into the Keyser, and the main line passes right through all three secondary regs. So the main pressure's coming in here, it's coming out here, going in here, out, in, out. and then to cap off the gas so it doesn't escape, I suppose you could just put a blank in there if you weren't running anything else off of it. But I've got this this air hose set up for the bottling gun, which I'm going to want to change that out for stainless. But that's stopping the gas from escaping from the bottle. It's sort of shutting the loop, finishing the loop off, and then I can get my bottling gun attached to that. And then from each secondary reg, off the main pressure that's coming out the bottle, you can then dial in the pressure that leaves the secondary reg for the 3 lines. So if you've got 3 kegs in here and you've got 2 that have just gone in and they wanted to be carbing up, you can set them at carbing pressures, and the 3rd keg you can set at serving pressure. That's the advantage of the secondary regulators, is that from the secondary reg, each reg can be individually set. Because if you have like a splitter bar where you can turn the gas on and off to the lines which come out of the splitter, you are only getting the pressure that's set on the bottle to each line. So I hope that helps, Stas. Hope that helps. So anyway, I need to shut this lid just for the minute. I'll open it up again tonight because we're gonna get this fitted onto the wall, just to get it out of the way. And we're going to take it off to wire it up, but I just want to see what it looks like up and conclude this video. So I need to get some washers, which I have, and then we'll just get it screwed up. Up, more. Okay. Stop there. Screwy. Wash it. That'll do for me. That'll be right. She's in, boys. She's only friggin' in. Yeah. Power on. Hard like a tank. Water pump. Booyah. Yeah, just need the fan hole screwing in there, drilling, and then putting the fan switch in there, and power gland, the main power, in somewhere down here, up here, I don't know yet. But that is it. She is in. Oh, would you look at her? She's finally up. It took so long. Oh dear. But no, she's up, she's in place, and I'm happy with her. I think she looks bob on, and I think it's like the right height. It's all at eye level for flicking things on and off. So, and it's out of the way of me lifting things into the fermentation fridge, out the fermentation fridge without me banging my shoulder on it. It's, you know, obviously noticeably a lot smaller than the last one that we had, and I've got loads of room, plenty of room to get around the HLT, and I'm not mithered by a massive great control panel. But that's it, fellas. That's it for another video. Again, it's one of them jobs off the list, and a good job as well, because now I can start to mock up the lengths of cabling that I'm going to need for the elements. And now I know where everything's going to be situated, get them cut, get them wired into the elements and onto the plugs, and the same for the fermentation fridge. I can do all the wiring for that now, get all the wires up, pinned to the wall, and enough to go in when we do the wire up, and the same for the keezer. I can now move on to that job. Yeah, we're going to have a coat of paint in here as well before we start brewing. But that's it, fellas. that's it. Put me on. So as always, guys, don't forget to thumbs the video if you don't do. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Click it. You want to come in the next video. What to say? Until next time, I'm out of here.